friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Jan of Jan Hicks Creates, and this is a channel primarily about cross stitch, my designs, and all the other ones that I stitch, and all the goodies that I get. I have a lot to show you. It's probably been 2.5 weeks since we visited, so yeah, there's an accumulation of stuff. I have a hair coming right out here that is going to bother me. So yeah, welcome back. Don't have a whole lot of news to share with you this week. I continue to try and support Ukraine and the Ukrainian designers as much as I can. I do have some more new other patterns to show you from there that I got this weekend. That will be part of the haul segment. No pretty pictures at the beginning. Mike and I haven't really gone anywhere yet in a while. That will be changing this weekend. More on that later. So yeah, just kind of hunkering down here at home, enjoying some warmer weather, and then it snowed on the first day of spring. We aren't in Hawaii anymore. So yeah, not a whole lot going on here. I have been a good girl and have been getting my doctor's appointments scheduled. I haven't been to any of the doctors for at least a year. Couple years for teeth, couple years for eyes. So getting all that going here. I have a mammogram and a bone density scan on Thursday. I never mind those, especially the mammogram. I'm behind on that. I did get those in San Antonio. But yeah, feeling good that I'm getting all this stuff done. I also am seeing a back doctor on Monday. So hopefully, excuse me, it will be the beginning of getting my back taken care of. I'm afraid that the outcome is going to be that the only way to fix it is surgery. If that's the case, that's the case, but we need to get started down that road so I can actually get out and hike more. Because right now I can only go like a mile and a half before I'm in too much pain to continue. And that doesn't make me happy. So yeah, that's I've been keeping my head down and I've been stitching. And that means I have some new designs to show you. So let's get right into it. All right, so this one you've seen, I've shown you, but I don't think I showed it to you fully finished. And that is Live Like It's Spring. It is up on all of the different outlets that sell my patterns. So this is the one with the Cottage Garden threads over dyed flosses, as well as a variety of others. That quarter shop does have the floss pack available. And boy, does it look so pretty, if I do say so myself. So this is stitched on 40 count lichen fabric by Tabby Cat. So 1 strand of floss over 2 threads. And so, yeah, you've seen that, but I don't think I showed it to you fully finished, unless you're on all the various social media things and follow me, and then you will have seen it. But anyway, so that one's done. But the other one I've really been hunkering down and working on is this one. And I have little doodads. I've mounted it in a kind of a shadow box and have little doodads that are rolling around that I don't want to fall off. So this is called What is a Home? And you can see the verse there, what is a home without a sampler? This is stitched with MPI silk. There went one of my balls of pearl cotton. I will hold them. None of the doodads are glued down. This is a little pin cushion that was my grandmother's. But I decided I like the idea of mounting it in a shadow box so I could kind of decorate the bottom. The stitching isn't the right size to fit it like perfect. You can see the margin at the bottom is bigger, but that means it allowed me the space. I could mount it in this and it fits kind of the rest of the design or the rest of the box, but I mounted it up a little bit so that I could have the space down below to put these doodads. So yeah, what is a home without a sampler? NPI silk floss on Mayflower Linen by Fox and Rabbit, 40 count. I started with the verse. I saw this verse on an embroidery project, I think, on Facebook Marketplace. And it stuck with me. And I was like, yeah, I need to work with that. So I just started building, adding in different decorative borders and sampler motifs, keeping that verse the centerpiece, but of course with a red house. 2 different flowers on either side of the house, but I love the gates at the ends. So yeah, this is available in my Etsy shop. It is up on Fat Quarter Shop. They are working on the NPI floss pack for this, and as with all of my patterns, there is a DMC conversion. They're working on the NPI floss pack for this, so I expect that will be up at the end of the day. Everything cross stitch, I expect it will be on there by the end of the day. So as soon as I have the links for everything, I will be putting them down in the video description box down below. But yeah, so I've really been hunkering down and finishing getting this stitched so I could get it out into the world for you. I'm very, very pleased with it. I think this thimble was probably my grandmother's too. Maybe my mother's, I don't remember. But anyways, I'm going to take a break and put them back up here in these little blank spots we have, and I will be right back. All right, so because I was working so much on getting that one finished, I didn't get as much of my birthday month starts done as I had hoped. I really didn't work on them. I worked on them a little bit this past week, but not as much because I was working pretty much morning, noon, and night on that one. But I do, of course, since it has been like almost 3 weeks, I do have progress to show you. So, first we will start with Balmy Spring Day. If you'll remember, this is the full coverage piece. And when you saw it last, actually I don't have my board out to put behind it. When you saw it last, it probably doesn't look like it's changed very much. I went up 1% though. I went up to 3% completed. So there you go. So I basically was just filling in. This was kind of more up here. So I was just filling in black and some of the green. I filled in some of the blue. There was a lot of like of the lighter blue here. So I filled in a bunch there, and then this black, this area over here was kind of up here more, so I filled in more black there. So yeah, it actually, I worked on this on one of the past Saturday or Sundays for most of the day, like really morning, noon, and night. Maybe it was my birthday or the day before. I don't remember. Anyway, I worked most of the day on this and got about, I think, over 1,000 stitches done. But still, it only took me up 1% because full coverage. I have to say, though, working on this, it reignited my love for full coverage. I love full coverage. I don't know what it is about it. I know a lot of you are probably like rolling your eyes right now because full coverage just seems insane. But I love full coverage pieces. So, Balmy Spring Day. Oh, where do I put this stuff? This is not a birthday start, but it is something that I wanted to keep putting stitches in, and that is the Do Re Mi series by Silver Creek Sampler. So I am on Fa, and if you remember, I am doing this with a color conversion into a rainbow, which I got from somebody else, and as you all know, it is on my conversion page on my website. But that's what I have for Fa. So I have the words just about done. I have to get the word way in there. I've only been working on this a half hour here, a half hour there, so it hasn't been getting that much attention, but at least it is getting some stitches in. Now, if you notice, the pattern does have this girl running. If you go to my color conversion page and look at it on there, you will see that the gal that I stole this color conversion from actually changed the person to be more like Maria in The Sound of Music. So it's a short blonde hair and a long blue dress with a white apron. It is so cute, and I hadn't even noticed that until one of you asked me about it, asked if there was any charting anywhere for it. And of course, you know, I just basically got the picture and the information, the words that from the person who made this conversion, you know, what she used, and that's the information that you see on my website. I have no other information other than that. But I number one, I was amazed that I hadn't noticed it before. Duh. But it's so cute. It's just brilliant. Now, I am not even going to attempt to do that. What I think I will do, I'm going to keep her the same. I used to be a runner. Not a huge runner, but I did used to run half marathons. But I am going to change her hair to gray. And everything else will be basically the same. So that's where I am with that. Still getting a little bit of attention so that, you know, so slowly but surely. My goal is to have it done by the end of the year. I'm fighting with the needle. It's poking up. So I think, you know, just a little bit here and a little bit there, I will get this done. I keep looking for places to put stuff. I have piles. Every time somebody does one of these videos, right, we tell you we have piles. It's a thing. Okay. One of my birthday starts was Lovey Dovey by Samplers Not Forgotten. This is one of the kits from the Circle of Friends club from the Silver Needle from a couple years ago. This one, I had planned on not really working on this until I got the Ukraine piece done, the sunflower piece done. This is my small to take the place of that small. So my goal was to just get some stitches in, get started on it. Well, I ended up working on it like all night one evening because it was so pretty. So this is all the club or the kit stuff. The fabric, I don't have the fabric in front of me, but I think it is 32 count tin roof by Weeks Dye Works. And then the overdyed flosses all came in the kit. And the finishing material. So I haven't picked this up again, and I am not going to until I finish the Ukraine stitch. But I had to, it was just so pretty. All right, speaking of pretty, well, let me show you the Ukraine one first. So this is by a gal whose Instagram name is Stitch Sprout and whose coffee, ko.fi, account is Stitch Sprout. And I will link this all below. So this is the Ukraine one, and she is... this is I think I mentioned in my last video, this is a purchased pattern, and the proceeds go to a Ukrainian charity. I do not know which one she is giving to. I don't remember, although I'm sure I've read it like 15 times because she sends out posts about how much she's donated. But anyway, so the middle sunflower, the blue decorative around it, there is a yellow border, there is some blue filigree on the sides, yellow border, and then around the outside is the word peace in Ukrainian. I just love the colors on this. The fabric that I picked, I think, is either Cocoa or Mocha by Weeks Dye Works, and I believe it's a 40 count. So I hope to get this finished this week, and I will make this into a little pillow. So that is the one. When that is done, I will pick up Lovey Dovey again, and hopefully, not hopefully, Jan, I will get that one done before I put it down. It's not going to get put down until it's done, and then it's going to get finished. You heard it here first. All right. Speaking of gorgeous, this is probably my absolute favorite of my new starts. And of course it is, because it's huge and it's fine and it's silk. And it's Maria Cerrone, 1830. So this is the one that has 5 parts to it. I have started up here on the top. This is charted in like a bright colorway and a faded colorway in both Classic Colorworks and Gentle Arts. It looks like the bright colorway is Classic Colorworks and the gentle colorway is Gentle Arts. How appropriate. So I have converted the gentle colorway to Vicki Clayton silks. I did not have all of them. I had to buy some from her in addition to what I had, and she does not have all of the colors converted yet. So I did have to find something close, basically. But this is 46 count vintage buttercream by Lakeside Linen, and I could not be happier with how this looks. I hope I did put up some shears in my window that's right here now to try and tone down the way everything was getting kind of washed out. So I'm not sure if it's working or not, but I sure hope you can see that, because it is worth just looking at. Just so pretty. So, and again, this picture isn't, of course it doesn't do it justice, but it's not very good at all. So there is a cross here with the crucified Jesus on it. Right here, I did not want that on my piece. I don't like, I mean, as much as you can really see, the Christ figure is kind of pasty, and I just didn't want it on my piece. So I've replaced that with this little flower pot right here. And you'll also notice everything else is the same. You'll also notice over here, so there's this bird, and there's a kind of little decorative element, and there's a key up here, but there's a lot of white space in there. Since I've already changed one thing, I am not really worried about changing more and kind of making it more my own. So I may, depending on how much space I see there, I may put this another flower pot over there, or something else. I don't know. The little decorative piece seems to be coming out of the bird's head. So I'm going to move that up a few stitches to get a little more breathing space in there. But yeah, I love it. Everything about this. This is gorgeous. It's huge. Like I said, this is a 5-part thing. I don't know, once March is over, if it's going to get put away. You know, I know this is the problem with working on so many different things, right? You want to do them all, and you want to do them now, because I have the Smith sampler, I have my Chatelaine, I have Luz Gonzalez. I didn't even touch my Fox this Friday or last Friday, because, well, this Friday I was working on What is a Home to get that done. Last Friday, I don't even remember. It's in the past. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to put it away. So we'll see. The other new start, birthday start that I absolutely adore, and this is not getting put away until it's done as well, is the Black Sheep Sampler from Wendy by the Heart Needle Arts. See that cute little black sheep down there? So this is a reproduction sampler. This she has charted in and stitched in Gloriana silks. She has it charted in overdyed floss. I don't know which one. I did convert what I could of the overdyed flosses, and then just picked things that I had that I thought were close. So my version can see this is very soft colors. My version is a little brighter, but I adore it. So I am stitching this on 40 Count Gray by Weeks Dye Works. And I have to say, I think these colors absolutely pop on this fabric. I adore it. I adore it. Have I mentioned that I adore it? So yeah, this is, oh look, there's one of my hairs hanging off of it. Usually I have to blame the cat for hairs hanging off of it. So this is as wide as it is. It is not a big sampler. This is as wide. Of course, there is a matching border over on this side. All right. This is as high as it is. And I did start in the middle, so it's going to go down about the same. So you can see it's not a big sampler. So I am going to keep working on this beauty until it's done. It's gorgeous. If I mentioned that. So that, oh, one more WIP. Wendy, it's gorgeous. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. One more WIP. Jeanette Douglas's Seasons by the Sea. Now, again, I have not worked on this in about a week because I have been spending my time on What is a Home. But I did get started, as you can see. Let me get this out of the way a little bit. I did get the boat done and got one of the sails partway done. It's a very delicate color, so I don't know how well it's coming across on the video. So I'll be picking this back up in the afternoons for just a short time every afternoon to just start plugging away on this. Because this, again, this is another one I don't want to just put away and not do. A little bit here, a little bit there, things get done. Okay. I think that is all of my current stitching. So now I'm going to shift all of this off and bring over my Stitchy Kindness and haul. And I got some wonderful gifts in the mail. Yeah, just some, there's some special people out there. But you knew that because you are the special people. You're my special people. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. I think that's everything. So I have everything from gifts to stuff I purchased to, is there anything else that would fall in that category? I don't think so. To stuff that's not Stitchy related that I purchased, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, gonna start back here. Now, I had gotten, I don't know whether you can see, I think you can see a little bit of them. This JHC, Jan Hicks Creates. I got that a month or so ago at Michael's. I loved the fact that it's, you know, I could get my business initials, but also that it has a map on it, you know, for as much as we love to travel, that just seemed perfect. And then when I was in Michael's the other day, I saw these ones. Now, I tried to get Jan for this set, but there were no ends left. So I got JHC again, and I have to chuckle. I was telling Mike, my C here, he needs to lean on the H because he's not having a good day. I don't know whether he's drunk or what, but, you know, we all need to lean on our friends every once in a while, right? So that's what he's doing. But got those at Michael's, and then in the same area, I got this, and it's just like a block wood stand-up thing for my workroom. And then this, look how sweet he is. Now this I got at a local, there is a local furniture refinishing boutique, I would call it here, that I absolutely adore. I go pretty much every week. We've gotten, Mike and I, so much stuff for the house there, both furniture and a lot of decor stuff, because we had nothing, you know, living in apartments and moving so much. We got rid of a lot of stuff, and then living in the RV for a year, we had no decor stuff. So I've been going a lot, and just, I love their aesthetic. It's perfect for what we want to do. So this is one of the little things that they had last week when I went, and of course he had to come home with me. So that is another little sheep for my little workroom over there. Put that down and hope I don't knock everything down with it. So I'm not gonna be doing these in any particular order, but I am starting with this one because it just made my heart melt. This is from my friend Vonda. She sent us a very sweet card as well. You are a gift. But she stitched this for me while she was in hospital waiting rooms with her husband who was having hip surgery. Now, Vonda is somebody I know from my digital scrapbooking days. She was very active on the Scrap Girls forum. Vonda, I can't remember did you go to either of the conventions? I can't remember if you did or not. But anyways, Vonda is also a knitter or crocheter. I forget Vonda. But anyway, she made this for me and sent it to me. And it says, if you can't read it, it says, will you, E-W-E, be my friend? And you know it, Vonda. So that, I'm going to put it up here for now, but that lives over in my workroom as well. My wool room. Okay. Like I said, not in any particular order. So we'll go next to more gorgeousness in front of me. So I had seen this bag on Country, always have to look so I don't get it wrong, Creative Country Girl, Tammy Blaylock's website, and I ordered that. So it is a project bag, and it is, I mean, this fabric, just so me with the watercolor look. I just think that is so pretty. And then I love the denim that she paired it with. The inside is a plain white fabric, and it is a different size, and I don't have a problem with that as somebody who stitches in hand a lot. I don't need big bags to fit Q-snaps or scroll frames. This works perfectly for me. So Creative Country Girl, and again, I will be linking, of course, her shop below. But when she sent this, she also sent along this one. So you can see it has kind of the vintage kitchen things, which is so pretty. Pretty plaid fabric to go with it. One thing I love about her bags is that she sticks these tags on here. Now, it has her business card in it currently, but it's so that you can put the name, a picture, something about what is in the project bag. So it's easy to find, because even though I have every intention of doing that with all of my things, I got little tags to put on them. I haven't taken the time yet. And so I'm constantly like, what is in that one? And I have to open it up and look in. So that is brilliant. You got to use them though. So that is going to be a giveaway. And she also included, and this would be perfect for the, what's the vintage farm girl, right? The kitchen one with the apron. Wouldn't that be just perfect for that? And then she also sent me a knitting bag. So this has a little bit deeper of a bottom on it. Again, gorgeous fabric. Look how pretty that fabric is inside. And then it is a drawstring. So, and it's a really nice size bag too for your knitting projects. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. All right. I stuck a bunch of things in this bag, little things that I got, just to kind of keep them together. They did not come from Tammy. They did not come with the bag. I just stuck them in here to keep them together. Okay. So I did get my next order of variegated silks from Vicki Clayton. So I'm not going to worry about opening these up this time to show you them all individually, but again, gorgeous, gorgeous colors. And these are more of the converting from the over-dyed cotton flosses. My dear friend Anne sent me a card, birthday card with a little gifty in it. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate you. Let's see. I got from By the Bay Needle Arts. She is starting to sell the pins with her patterns on them. And then if you prefer to have them be needle minders, she can include a magnet. One of the options when you check out is that you want it as a needle minder, basically, and she includes a magnet, so you can use it like that. So I got the I Am a Needlesmith, and of course, Funky Flowers. So those will be put to good use. Another dear friend, Michelle Gabriel, Maine Moose Mom Stitcher, sent me a birthday card. And envelope with a ton of stickers, flower stickers, because spring. Thank you, Michelle. I am on auto ship from Acorns and Threads in Portland for the Into the Woods series from Cottage Garden Samplings. So the most recent one I got is the Jackrabbit. I did see the ferret. That's the next one in this series. Oh my God, it's so cute. So getting those. As I said, I haven't worked on the fox in a while. Such is life. Carolyn Zook. You know me and Carolyn are like this, right? She's my bud. Today is Carolyn's birthday. So as you know, we share a birthday month, and so we've had all kinds of new starts. Today is Carolyn's birthday. So if you follow her on anything, or even if you don't, look up C, the letter C, Zook, her last name, Z-O-O-K, C Zook Stitch is her Instagram name. It's her Flosstube name. Look her up and wish her a happy birthday, Carolyn Zook. She deserves all the best. She sent me for my birthday this awesome card. Love it. Card makers are so clever these days. And she sent me this sheep pattern. I love that there's I love sheep, right, in English. And then because this is by Jardin Privé, the French company, the French designer, she's also included the words in French. So that, and then she also included, oh, it's so pretty, Tin Roof 40 count Weeks Dye Works linen. She says, not meant to go with the chart, but you could. So this is a much greener cut of Tin Roof than any of the other ones that I have. You just never know. So there is that. All right, I placed an order from Hoop and Frame. One of the things I got was this little hoop. This is to work, I haven't worked on it in a while, but if you remember the little piece by Stacy Nash, it's right here. Let me pull it out. The little one that I'm doing on 56 count with the sewing thread, with the Aurifil sewing thread. Oh, a Scarlet House. This one. And I decided as I was working on it that, and I haven't touched it in a while, but that it would benefit from from using a hoop. And so I got this little hoop that is like the perfect size. For that design. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get back to it, but when I do, I'll put it on the hoop. I also got the twill tape to wrap around the hoops so that the marks of the hoop wouldn't be so strong. What's the word I'm looking for? So harsh on the fabric. You know what I mean. All right, so there is that. I also got one of these little sweet and sharp macaroons from Clover. I've seen these in a couple different places and thought, yeah, I think I need one of those. Did I get a turquoise one? No, I got a pink one. So these are magnetic, but they're also supposed to be, I don't know what's inside of there, but they're also supposed to be able to clean and sharpen your needles. So I decided I needed one. And they're also just pretty darn cute, huh? It'd be good. They also have turquoise. I need a turquoise one, obviously. It'd be good if they could get them in a bunch of different colors, though. All right, so there is that. I got myself a pair of Kohana scissors because fear of missing out. I have been on the let me know when they're back in stock list from Hobby House Needleworks for a while. And I kept missing out, so I finally hit the spot not too long ago. So I actually don't have them in the leather sheath that came with it because it was annoying me. And of course, that's mostly because it's fresh leather, right? It's not broken in, but like every time I went to pull the scissors out, it like caught on the sheath. So I actually have them in my old Ginger sheath, which is 30, 40 years old. Maybe not 40, I'm not that old, but maybe close. I don't like to do that kind of math. Just like I don't like to hear like, oh, you know, the song Hotel California is 40 years old now. It's like, no, that's just mean. It's probably older than that. We don't, again. Anyways, the Kohana scissors, I got them from Hobby House Needleworks. They come in this beautiful bamboo box, beautifully presented. They're wrapped in this nice little cloth. I mean, everything is beautiful about them. They are very light because I believe the handles may also be bamboo. They are lacquered, so they're beautiful. They have a great feel to them, this little tassel on them. I would say the only thing that I find that's a con to these, well, number one, it took a while to get, I keep shaking you. I keep putting my elbows on the table. Bad, Jan. That's only when you're eating. Anyways, I had to get used to the weight because they are a lot lighter than a full metal scissor. I usually use my Gingers. I have multiple pairs of Gingers. I have multiple pairs of scissors. My Sajus stay down here, and I use my Sajus down here. These ones. The ivory, fake ivory, I'm sure. Oh. One of these is magnetic. I think the Sajus are magnetic. Who knew? Anyways, let me show. The thing I don't like, or I'm less than satisfied with, I guess, is the bluntness of the tip of the Kohanas. I like a pretty pointy scissors. You can see the difference there, I think. My Gingers are pretty pointy as well. So, but other than that, beautiful, beautiful scissors. Okay. Let me go through my market haul, and then I'll talk about something else. that needs a little bit more in-depth. All right, market haul. I got patterns from two different places, Garon Stitchery and Maggie's on Main, the shop here in Idaho that's out near Boise. I wanted to support my local, one of my local needlework shops, as well as Garon, because quite frankly, they do such a good job on their website of showing all the patterns that are going to be available in market. So at this point, I have them all mixed up. I don't remember which I got where, and it is actually quite irrelevant. But I'm pretty sure this one came from Maggie's, because that's where I got the Blackbird books from. So this is a thread keep, as you can see. Blackbird Designs, picture of the beautiful motif fabric on the back. So that was a free gift from Maggie's. Colonial Blooms, Scarlet House. This one I plan on doing, I should have some Black Swan fabric from Fox and Rabbit, 56 count, coming to me from the attic. I plan on doing this, then the dark one on the dark fabric, and I have a little tiny horn book that I got at Needlevacs in Copper's Cove, Texas, where I went with Maria that one time. Have a little tiny horn book. I have not done the measurements, but I'm truly hoping that doing this on 56 count, that it will fit on that horn book, and it will just be so gosh darn adorable. This one was a no-brainer. Silver Creek Samplers, Fred's unifying question: will you be my neighbor? That's so cute. Chocolate or coffee? Erica Michaels, because I love chocolate. Dark chocolate, thank you very much. And I love coffee. Take time to smell the coffee. Take time to savor the chocolate. Well, yes, thank you. I think I will. Every day. This, I don't think this got as much traction as it speaks to me. And I think that is because of my meditation garden design that I love so much. And by the way, I hope to be getting that back from the framer pretty darn soon. But anyways, Crosshaven sampler from Rosewood Manor. I think this is adorable. I love every bit of this. The long vases on the side, the alphabet, this scene down here with the ibis, or the, what would those be? Those are bigger than the ibis. Reminds me of Florida. I just love this. So, like I said, I don't think that got the attention that it deserves, but there you go. That I believe I got from Garon Stitchery, because they also included as a freebie this design from Rosewood. Now, this is not one that I will be stitching, so this will be a giveaway at some point in time. All right, Blackbird Designs. You've seen it. You loved it. There is so much in this book. A Heart Remembers. And of course, everything about this is dedicated to Barbara. Barb Adams. And you've seen it all. I'm not going to go through and show you all the different patterns that are in here, but I want to do them all. They're just so pretty. And this one, I'm going to do on one piece. I'm not going to do it on separate pieces and try and sew them together. In fact, I have to tell you, so speaking of framing, I took Meditation Garden. I took the little sampler by Hands Across the Seas that I did in Mrs. Seda Silks. I'm not remembering the name. I think I took 4. The third piece, though, is my Seasons in Lace. So, and I am very worried about how it's going to turn out. I decided, well, I took the 4 pieces into the framer. to ask what they thought about the idea of sewing them together and framing them as one big piece. And they were just afraid that the bulk at the seams would be visible. So we came up with this kind of matted situation, all four. I don't know. I'm not 100%. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to think about it. I should be hearing from them by the end of the week that my pieces are ready. I took it to the professional framer here in town. So, yeah, I don't know. Stay tuned. Anyways, Let Love Reign, Teresa Kogut. Kogut. Somebody corrected me on the pronunciation. It's gut. Kogut. Anyways, Let Love Reign because, of course, absolutely gorgeous. Now, this one and I think all of the Blackbird Design ones, plus a bunch of others, Regina Heibel, which I have here, Vicki Clayton has already converted into her silks. So if you're looking at any of these and you're thinking, boy, I'd like to try Vicki's silks, go to her website. And of course I will have that. I'll try to remember to link that below, but it's just HDF Silks. It's not hard to find. Or maybe it's hand-dyed fibers, actually. It's not hard to find if you put the right thing in. She has a lot of them already converted. So if you're looking and you think you might want to try her silks, go to her website and search where she has silk packs and see if she has it converted. She's done a lot already. Gather by Teresa. The aforementioned Regina Heibel, which not my usual colors, right? But such a stunning piece. And this is all charted in DMC. Just stunning. And of course this small, it's scrumptious. And then this is Jeanette Douglas Flowers for You. I haven't done any of her other flower ones, so I thought it was about time. So there is that one. There are still a few more from market that I want to get that I am saving to purchase at either a Colorado Cross Stitch or the Silver Needle. I'll talk more about that in a second. That is a Tisket a Tasket, that beautiful blue basket by Rosewood Manor. And I want to get the Four Seasons one by Brenda Gervais. I'm sure there's a couple other ones that I'm not thinking of right now that are still on my need to collect list. Speaking of collecting, one of you lovely people on my video last time said, you know, we get so guilty about collecting patterns knowing that we probably won't ever get a chance to stitch them. There's going to be some that are not going to get stitched. Remember I talked last time about, you know, if I put a few stitches into it, who cares? Starting something, if I want to stitch it, get the joy out of putting the stitches in, even if I don't get back to it. So anyways, she said, you know, we make ourselves feel so guilty. But if you think about like stamp collectors, now I don't know how much money they spend on old stamps, but probably a bit. Nobody says to them, why aren't you putting those stamps on a letter and using them, right? Sampler collectors, nobody's looking at them saying, why are you collecting all this stuff, right? So, I love it. Yes, I have more. And it involves silks. All right. Mrs. Sadis did that beautiful combination of Darling and Darling Blue, and she called it Dark Darling. And she sent me a skein of it. And it is stunning. And of course, her silks always smell so good. Stunning. Just, I wrote to her when I got the package, I wrote to her and said, you know, it doesn't matter how many times, how much of your silk I have, every time I get some, I'm just blown away by how gorgeous they are. So she sent me a skein of that, and she also sent me, I think I had ordered like 2 of the dark darlings and a darling blue and a popcorn. I ordered the mini skeins. She sent me the big skeins. Darling blue. Oh my God. Beautiful. And then popcorn. Just, I love popcorn. I love that combination of pinks and turquoises. So, thank you, Raquel. On to more. All right, I had been waiting for this for a while. The 56 count fabric from XG Design, reindeer colorway. This is the fabric that I got for Funky Flowers. Now, it is divine. I think the color's better when I hold it back here to see the richness of it. She's another one. The smell of her fabrics, it's a whole aromatherapy experience. She included 2 of her overdyed flosses. She does overdyed floss, if you're not aware of that. Gorgeous colors. Let's see if I can read it. Oh, it just says gift thread. It doesn't say colors on it. This one reminds me a lot of Dolphin by Weeks Dye Works, I think. So she sent those, and she also sent a cute little piece of, this is Grandpa's sleeve, 28 count. Just a cute little piece of that, so I can get a feel of that. The same day that this came, I also got in my order from Hoop and Frame, and also included in that order, besides the, you know, hoop and the macaroon and the twill tape, were these silks. They had a set of 103 silk, and when I held them up, so this is like, I think every season they do a set that comes together, and so this was winter, and when I held them up to this fabric, I was blown away. Again, not my normal colors, but I mean, these colors and this fabric were meant to go together. And since the fabric is meant for Funky Flowers, the silks will be used for Funky Flowers. And of course, since it's 103 silk, it's the right size. What I have started to do, now Funky Flowers is the stitch along that Carolyn and I are starting on May 1st for May Day. So it is the year of Jan and Carolyn, and it is the Funky Flower stitch along, Funky Flower Sal. And Funky Flowers is a pattern by the Bay Needleworks, as I showed you with this pin. And the thing with, just a little segue here with it, and you can see the colors are very bright compared to what I'm showing you here with this fabric. The thing that's neat about these patterns, they're individual, or you could buy the whole set of 24 together at one point, you know, all together as a package, as a PDF, separate PDFs. If you buy 3 of the patterns, Donna will send to you different layouts that you can, if you only want to do 3 of them, if you want to do 6 of them, if you want to do 12 of them, she has layouts for all of those. And then she has the layout for all 24. So as you can see, much brighter than these colors. So I posted this on Instagram, and she did comment and say, oh, that will be so pretty. I'm like, Donna, do I have your permission to change this that much? She's like, go for it. So I will be using these colors, but I felt that I needed to get some pinks and reds, right? Because, I mean, I need more colors. So I went to Hobby House Needleworks. They do have a nice selection of the 103 silks there. And I got a whole bunch of different reds and pinks to add into my palette. I don't think I am going to pre-plan what colors I'm using where, but what I am doing is doing a little swatch, and I don't know how well you can see that, but I'm doing a little swatch of each of the colors here in the corner. So when I get to the point of starting to stitch this, this will help be my guide to let me know that, you know, these work together, these don't. This one you can't see very well. So have a lot more of those to put on here, of course, but I have until May 1st. So I'll be doing a swatch of all of those, and then one of my followers, Anne Vang, reached out to me and said she had gotten some Soie Surfine silks that weren't working for her, and so she sent them to me, and so I have these additional ones. So I have a couple more greens, this purple here, a couple more reds. Some of these are much brighter than the other palette, right? So I don't want to mix some of these in, but it will be nice to have kind of a broader range to play with. And like I said, I will be doing swatches for all of them, you know, in my copious free time on this on the fabric before we start. Okay, last but not least. Yeah, okay. I got a gift bag from Mia Angela. Mia has been following me for a little while. She said I'm the first Flosstuber she watched, so she measures everybody else against me. I'm not sure whether that's good or bad, but I have to tell you a little bit of something, though, that she put in her note. So she sent me this awesome card. It says, "Stitch it on the tablet of your heart." And she has a nice long letter in here for me. But she's funny. She said when she started to watch me, she started back at the beginning and binged watched. But at some point, YouTube, you know, I guess she just kind of was going through them. But YouTube had the next one load up. And it was when we were in Texas. So I think we might have still been in Maryland. And then it jumped her to Texas. So she would hear me. So then she had to go and find out where she was and continue on. So when she heard me while we were still in Maryland saying, "Oh, I hope we get Hawaii. I hope we get Hawaii," she said, "Nope, you're going to Texas." And then as she continued to watch, she realized, oh boy, it jumped her way far ahead. We did go to Hawaii. We've been everywhere. But anyways, she's aware of how much we love national parks, and how I like the idea of getting the different pins from the national parks and making them into needle minders. So this is from, I don't know whether you can read it, this is from the Great Smoky Mountains. That might be upside down. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see either. I don't know. So anyways, she sent me this one. She lives in South Carolina now. I've been to the Smoky Mountains once. We were in Gatlinburg for Thanksgiving a number of years ago when the boys were small. And so she sent me a bunch of other things from there, but she also used to live in Oregon. She lived in Oregon before she moved to South Carolina. And Acorns and Threads was her needlework shop. So she sent me some Oregon things too. So she also sent me more silk, water lilies, gorgeous, gorgeous skein. This is called Periwinkle is the color. Karen Collection water lilies. She sent me some stickers from the Great Smokies. I can use those. Some postcards. And then check out these next two. These are amazing. Now this one, I don't think it changes, and I don't know how well a holograph comes through on a video, but this is Cades Cove in Smoky Mountain National Park, which I love. it was, again, Thanksgiving when we were there. So I think the trees were already bare of the leaves, but it was a lovely, lovely weekend there. And then this one, it's so cool. So again, I don't know how much this is going to come through. So it changes from the entrance sign of the park to the view. So beautiful, of the mountains. Gorgeous. She sent me some goodies for a giveaway. So this is a little booklet with embroidery, like basic stitches and some basic patterns, as well as a few charts, Little House Needleworks, Bountiful Harvest, and then this one from Trellis and Time, Buttercup Dairy Farm. So those will be giveaways at some point in the future, as will these. She sent me these ones as the place she used to live, Oregon. Oops. And this is the Pittock Mansion. And then she also sent me Satsuma Street's Autumn Bird. I think she stitched this one. Anyways, that is all of the goodies for today. Now, giveaway. Hold please, I need to clean things up. Shoot, I forgot. More haul. So I had told you Ukraine, the Ukraine stitchers, or the Ukrainian designers. I wanted to share with you the goodies I got from them. So on Sunday, I spent some time just, again, doing that search that I had mentioned in my last video to find different Ukrainian designers and just basically to get more money to them. And then yesterday, somebody had mentioned to me 2x2 Stitch Art, another Ukrainian designer. She's actually in Lviv. And I haven't gotten anything from her before, but I had a ton of her things favorited. So I went ahead and shared some money with her as well. So I'm just going to show you what I got. And again, I will link all of these below. This one is kind of reminiscent of the Bridge Lovers one that I showed you in my last video. So I decided to go ahead and get that. I loved the browns and blues on this little house scene. This is from Stitchy Princess. This is her Ukrainian folk girl. She posts as often as she can. Usually, I would say every couple of weeks we're hearing from her. She's letting us know that she's doing okay. This is actually from a shop called, no, I'm not going to try and remember what it's called. I will link it below. But it's a shop, I believe the maker is in Kharkiv. It's a man who makes rolling pins, and they're the laser cut ones that have the really intricate patterns on them. So when you're rolling out your dough, those patterns are transferred to the dough. But of course, he's not able to make those at this point. Life has basically stopped for them, right? So his wife designed this pattern as a way that, you know, he can't make and send out in the mail anything, but this is a digital download. So his wife created that as a way to have some kind of money still coming in. And I believe they are still in Kharkiv. Side note, this is the floss pack for Live Like It's Spring. They did just have a graphic of the colors showing, but then they took a picture of the actual floss, and it's so much prettier. Okay, let me jump back to these ones. So These are the ones I got from 2x2 Stitch Art. She has a ton of these monochromatic pictures, designs that are just, I mean, one is more stunning than the next. And of course, just having gotten the Mrs. Seda silks, it's like, that would be nice for that. That would be nice for that. She also does a lot of these landscape type things. And these ones always call out to me. This was a set of 3. Comes together. She has a couple that are in this style. Again, full coverage, love it. But I just love the kind of flow of the colors in that. There's another one that's a mountain that's coming up here. A couple other landscape ones in this kind of circular design. You could say I have a thing about sunsets too. Who doesn't, right? This one reminds me of a sunset off of the beach in Florida. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Seasons, 4 seasons. This is a set as well. And she is having a 50% off sale. So all of these are just like a couple bucks. And this is the other one that I mentioned, the mountain with all the flowing colors. So love that. So yeah, like I said, I will link that below. All those shops below, so you can check them out if you want to. All right, now let me gather up the giveaway stuff. So, giveaways. Last video we had the farm animal butts and the fabric. And this is going to Julie Ann Carmen. We had the quilt pattern, Alpine Blooms. That is going to Cheryl March. And we had the stitch cards, Transportation stitch cards, and those are going to Shelley Birmingham. For all of you, I decided I'm not going to comment on your comment anymore, but my email is always down in the description box. So just go ahead down there and email me your mailing address, and I will get these out in the mail. I have not gotten the last couple video things out in the mail yet. I apologize for that. I hope to get, I should have time this week to get those done. This week's giveaways, just a couple of them. We are going to do Spring at Bean Family Farm. This is a pattern by Shakespeare's Peddler. And if you are interested in that, then go ahead and answer this question. What is your favorite thing about spring? Make sure you use the word spring in your answer. And then the other giveaway is the gorgeous project bag. Oh, don't think I showed you the little bow on the zipper pull. The gorgeous project bag by Creative Country Girl, Tammy Blaylock. So, because it has kitchen-y type stuff, you're going to answer the question, what is your favorite thing about your kitchen? And make sure you use the word kitchen in your reply. Okay, I took a little break from my video making to go over to Wendy's. That's from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. I actually got everything recorded, but didn't do any editing yet. Because I had to run over and get some floss from her. This is for a project that I'm in the middle of, and I don't think I have enough of this Weeks Dye Works gunmetal. And so I messaged Wendy yesterday and said, do you happen to have any? And she had a skein and a half, so she gave me her half skein. It is nice having a fellow stitcher that you can draw on when you have needs. But anyway, she gave me some goodies for me and some goodies for you. So I wanted to add this into my video before I edit and upload and all that fun stuff. So she did give me the June Quaker. I don't know if you've seen this yet. I don't know that it's in the stores, but this is another gorgeous, gorgeous pattern. I'm still working on February. It all got put aside for March. She also gave me some giveaways for you. So she has something called the Sunflower Garden, and it is, many of us are stitching sunflowers to show our support for Ukraine, and she wanted to let people know that she does have this available. I have 2 of these to give away, but she also has this available as a PDF in her Etsy shop, so I will be linking that below as well. But anyways, Sunflower Garden. So you can see it is an alphabet with the sunflowers scattered around. It uses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors of Valdani, but she does have a DMC conversion on here. So anyways, if you are interested, like I said, I have 2 of these to give away. So if you are interested in being one of the recipients of these, tell me if you grow sunflowers, and make sure you use the word sunflower in your comment. All right, I think that is all for the giveaways. What's coming up next for me? Let's see. I am working on an exclusive with the store Maggie's on Main here in Idaho. So I'm stitching away on that, and we hope to have that ready for you soon. Again, only available through Maggie's. I'm going to start working on a design that will only be available, well, will be released at StitchCon in June. After StitchCon is over, then I'll be putting it in my shop, but I'm have some wheels turning on that I will get started on soon. I plan on working on another design soon for the cottage garden thread, something really colorful that, again, my mind has been churning on. So I hope to be able to sit down and start planning that out or designing that out. Travel. This weekend, we are going to Bozeman, Montana with some friends of ours. So I am itching to get back out on the road. Whenever we haven't done anything for a while, I'm ready to get back out on the road. So we're looking forward to that. The weather should be gorgeous. Spring is definitely springing in this area. My friend was hoping to get some snowshoeing in. I don't think that's happening. Then, in a few weeks after that, we will be leaving for Tulsa. I'm going to be at the Silver Needle for Jeanette Douglas's class in the middle of April. I think 8th and 9th is her class. We're actually driving over. We're taking the little camper and driving over because, you know, Mike likes to go with me on these things. And we can't leave Nina home alone. There's just no way we can leave her alone at this point. So, or at any point while she's still with us. So yeah, we're going to hook up the little trailer and take a couple weeks and tootle across to Oklahoma and then tootle back. Mike will be working half days all of those days because he can work remote. So yeah, it allows us to get out on the road. I can't wait. We are going to be stopping at in Fort Collins, which is where Colorado Cross Stitcher is, her new shop. So I'm really looking forward to visiting there. And of course, then the Silver Needle in Tulsa. Can't wait. That shop is actually also, I think, less than a mile from one of the major knitting stores in the country. Used to be called Loops, now is called Knit Stars. So I will be going there as well. So yeah, I'm so excited about being able to get out on the road. And then I'm hoping that sometime in the next few months, I'll be able to get over to Maggie's on Main and say hello there because, yeah, it's my local store, one of them. I guess Shepherd's Bush is actually closer, but Maggie's on Main kind of keeps it in Idaho. So that is pretty much all we have going on here. angel card time, and then I'll do a real short segment on my planner. So here's our angel card for this week. It says, nobody's life is perfect. When you're going through tough times, keep on going. It's brighter ahead. It's hard to see that. Nobody's life is perfect. That is so true. And most of the time we look at other people and say, oh, she's got a nice life. And, you know, she may. But there's always, you know, ups and downs for all of us. So keep on hanging in there, guys. Spring is coming. Spring has arrived for a lot of you. I'm still waiting to see if I have any bulbs planted in my yard. Going to be calling landscapers here soon and getting them to come out and give us quotes on the work we want to have done. I'm so excited to actually be able to be outside again. Anyways, guys, I love you. I hope you enjoyed this. For those of you that don't want to stick around for the planner section, I hope you have a great day, a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Love you. Bye-bye. All right, planner. I'm just going to do short, mostly because this is long enough. I did have some requests to do like a plan with me like people do, and I probably will do that at some point when I feel like I have enough time to actually do it. But this is my planner for this week. Just real quickly, I think, you know, when I'm doing these, I think the first thing I think about is my mood. What do I want my planner to inspire me with this week? And like this week, it was Sunday, first day of spring, and it was snowing. Really? Really? So I wanted bright. But I also didn't have a whole lot of time because I wanted to get working on finishing that. I had it all stitched. I needed to put it together. And so I didn't do a whole lot of the fancier background papers. I just used the flower stickers are Live Love Posh, and the blocks and the quotes are from the book Bold Tiles, the new one from Happy Planner. And so, yeah, I start with my feeling, what I want to feel for the week, and then decide on colors. I knew I wanted this to have blues in it, and I knew I wanted to use the Bold Tiles stickers as my base, and luckily these stickers, the flower stickers from Live Love Posh, just blended perfectly. So, yeah, that's kind of... The other thing I wanted to mention is when you're working with this kind of thing, I usually start with like the sidebar over here and the dates and the days. I didn't do anything with the date and the days this time because the clean look suited the palette, suited the style. But I find those the easiest things to put down, cover up for the dates, whatever I'm going to put there, and then the days, and then I always leave room over here to write kind of like my main things that I need to get done this week, and then decorative things, usually a quote sticker. After that, though, start with your biggest elements. Get those in place. So I started with the corner flowers and then the bigger blocks and the quotes. Start with your bigger things and then move down into the details. So the bigger quotes, the bigger blocks, then I start adding the other blocks in that I need to note my different things in, and then I start moving into the smaller like floral things like this and this one, the smaller quote stickers, just any smaller filler things, those go on last. So I hope that gives you a little idea of how I work with my planner. Like I said, at some point I'll do an overhead, you know, laying it all out when I feel I have the time, not only to dedicate putting a spread together and talking through it, but then also doing the video part of it. So that's always an added little twist. Anyways, guys, I hope that you found that helpful. let me know if you have any questions. I hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.